Tonight we're going to have a speaking competition. Participating are 10 contestants from 6 countries. First, I would like to greet our illustrious panel of jurors. The way it works is, for each contestant, each juror will give any amount of points between 1 and 5. And then the points given for each contestant will be added up. So, without much further ado, I may welcome the first contestant.
I believe that on a long-term basis, we all have a common goal. And this is the creation of a unified Europe of the 3rd millennium, which will have overcome its historic conflicts between nations, which will provide a common roof for all European people, regardless their traditions and their cultures and their beliefs.
The external voice of the European Union is and ought to be based on the international legal norms and not on any national interest inter alia.
We must create a Europe that naturally accepts a kind of freedom that includes an open future with uncertainty and also permanently reoccurring interest conflicts. Therefore, we must free ourselves from the temptations that claim to be the best, the one, the only, the absolute, or the final vision of one Europe.
If we see the European project as a journey, then my destiny would be the European Union, not as an, let's say, European state, but the European Union as a strong cooperation of nation-states who cooperate voluntarily with each other on a supranational basis.
Let me get back to tonight's theme of the evening, the catchy phrase, one Europe only. As you have all read on invitations and flyers, the motto is formulated as a question with a question mark. The answer to this question, one Europe only, is an unfortunate no. Next, I would like to reformulate the interrogation to an exclamation, saying, yes, one Europe only. We will not give up on the maybe romantic dream of a united one Europe. Alpbach serves as a best practice model for one Europe only, with an exclamation mark.
I'm myself Ukrainian, and sometimes I'm really scared and really ashamed of what perception Ukrainians have about Europe. For example, recently, I was walking in the park in Ukraine, and 2 ladies were talking, and I was almost crying when I heard that she said, like, everything's going to be okay when we will be in Europe. And it was so hard to understand for me. Why? You are European. Why are you not working for it?
Make plans for tomorrow, but live today. These were the words of my father, just a few days after the terrorists killed my brother. My brother had a dream to travel around Europe without borders, to live in a united Europe, but unfortunately, his dream won't become a reality. In the first day when I came here in Alpbach, I met such a beautiful girl, and I think I met her at the entrance and asked her, where are you from? She said, I'm from Austria. She didn't say that she is from Europe. That is not the case in the United States of America, where everybody feels American. I understand. Every one of us has emotions for his own country. But often we put our own interest before the common European interest. Whenever we speak about our priorities, we all have to fight against terrorism, against organized crime, not to fight against each other. I wish to live in one country with you, from Reykjavik to Istanbul and from the North Sea to the Adriatic Sea. It will be the day when my brother's dream will become a reality.
So, if you ask me, there's not only one Europe, and that is a good thing. Like the Delta, the idea for united Europe is at its basic rhetorical. Many ideas, visions, customs and cultures from all over Europe finally start to unite to one big and diverse river.
You could think of the European Union as a spaceship. So it's cruising there through the infinite space, and somehow it has lost its direction, and at some point something incredible suddenly happens. The engine stops. So the commanders of this spaceship, they sit together in endless meetings. It takes about 5 years, and they try to solve the problem. They do it from several angles, and at some point they realize that they have to speak to their bases at home. So they call their people in Europe and say, Europe, we've got a problem. And Europe answers them. Well, you know what? We looked on your path on the radar and we saw that you were going a strange zigzag. We weren't able to see what you're doing, but we definitely know that you didn't follow our advice and you didn't respect our voice. So guess what? We took the remote control that you recently gave us to stop the engine.
Today we are in 2009 and we have a European Union everywhere. In fact, we have it in school, in business, in politics. We have even an inflation of the word of Europe. So we don't know actually the definition of it.